it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and in this video I want to talk about what my collecting goals are for 2026 and going forward. Now, if you're a collector like me, probably in the past, for your favorite toy line, you just collected everything and anything you can probably get your hands on. I know for a good many years, while collecting Transformers, I was getting every figure that was coming out as part of the Generations lineup when they came out. Basically, even if it was a character I had no real interest in. But about 12 months ago, I finally decided that I was going to get a lot more focused in what I was collecting, and that I was not going to collect every single figure under the sun. And in August, I actually got rid of a ton of figures, sold them off, made a bit of money, and it paid for my weekend at TF Nation that year. So Transformers wise, I've got a I'm a bit focused more on what it is I'm collecting. So what I'm looking to do mainly is to get a complete set of Generations figures, which represents all the characters seen in Transformers G1 seasons 1, 2, and 3. And I'm getting there pretty well, actually. I'm not doing too badly. There's some big sets that I need to get, which I might struggle to find at a good price, and some characters who haven't even been released yet. And I've also decided, and I am late to the party with this as always, I've made the conscious decision at last to replace my classics stickers with and sweeps with updated versions of those characters. So that means getting the new mold for Scourge, at least 3 of those. I'm also, I'm going to have to replace Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Thrust, Dirge, and Ramjet. I also need to get a new updated version of Prowl as well, just to get a more modern version of him, because I have the more recent versions of Smokescreen and Bluestreak. So that's something I'd like to do as well. The other thing I would also like to do Transformers wise is I would also like to get the original mold version of Star Convoy. Maybe not the original Japanese release, because that will go for an insane amount of money. But if I can get my hands on one and it's at a decent price, I'd like to get maybe the 2005 reissue. The reason for that is Optimus Prime is my favorite character in Transformers. The G1 version of Optimus Prime is my personal favorite as well, because that's the one I grew up with. But the Star Convoy version is like the ultimate version of G1 Optimus Prime. I already have the Selects version, and I recently got last year the Age of the Primes version as well. And the Age of the Primes version I just think that's a fantastic figure. I really, really do like it. So yeah, if I can get my hands on the Star Convoy figure, that would be really, really nice as well. And that's about it really for Transformers for me. I'm kind of trying and pace myself to a certain degree with things. There are some other figures from the newer lines I'd like to get. I would like to get the big Convoy figure. I did have it on pre-order, but I cancelled the pre-order, so I'm going to try and just wait for him to come at general retail or at a convention. Another thing, vintage-wise, I perhaps would like to get my mitts on is I would love to get my hands on the Powered Convoy, the Action Masters Optimus Prime figure. I would like to collect some Action Masters, not all of them, because of space and money and that sort of thing. But if I get the Battle Convoy and also the Megatron tank complete, that would be very, very nice. And then I'd probably get just A couple of figures as well, just to sit on the back of Prime and get three or four, get three additional Action Masters for the Megatron tank as well. So, maybe six loose figures, those two vehicles, and I'd be a happy man at the end of the day. And that's about it with Transformers. Masters of the Universe Origins, I still have 11 figures to get to complete what I want to get with that. So I'm going to try and get those this year if I can. Some of them, the prices are just utterly ridiculous. They really, really are. The Too Bad was a Creations exclusive figure, and that's like stupidly priced. But yes, something like Snout Spout I found for about 40 quid online. I haven't got it this month because there are other things I need to get and want to get. But yeah. Something else I'd like to get into a little bit, but not too into, is Knight Rider. I'm a big Knight Rider fan from the 1980s. I've got a few nice bits and pieces downstairs from like modern releases. My sister got me the Playmates set for Christmas this year, which is really, really nice. I really, really like it. But I've been watching Toy Overdose now for about a year, and every so often you get one of these Knight Rider 2000 Knight 2000 voice cards that pops up, and they seem to vary in price from maybe £100 to £300, something like that. If I could get the car and the figure that go with it, I mean, it doesn't have to be a working version of it ultimately at the end of the day, but that's something I would like to get my hands on. And something else Knight Rider related is these Ertl Knight Battle Chargers, or I think they're called Battle Chargers. There was a Knight Rider version of one of those. I'd love to get my hands on that. Weirdly enough, I did actually see one at 2025's TF Nation, but it was in such bad condition I decided not to get it. The stickers were all peeled off badly and it was really, really badly scuffed, so I didn't get it. But if I can find a decent one, I think I'd like to get one of those as well. One other thing I'm looking out for, which isn't Transformers related, or even something that I'm particularly not into, is the Toy Island Smurfs toys. My other half likes Smurfs, and we got a couple of Toy Island Smurfs vehicles. We got the Smurfette and her car, and then Cowboy Smurf and his rocking horse. Um, it doesn't seem to be a particularly massive line, and I have had a look online, and it doesn't seem to be too expensive in places as well. There's a few other bits and pieces. There's a play set, a few more vehicles, and a few figures with play sets, and a couple other bits and pieces here and there. It seems like a nice little line that we can maybe hunt together for. So if I find any of those at toy fairs, I probably will get them as well and give to her because she likes Smurfs. So that's something we're going to keep our eyes open for. Turtles wise, I don't know. There's a few Super 7 figures I would like to get my hands on. The robot, I would like to get a Bebop and a Rocksteady. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be the standard versions of Bebop and Rocksteady. I would like also maybe to get the robot versions of Bebop and Rocksteady. And I still need to get a Shredder as well. So those are the three figures I want to get to just complete my Super 7 collection, really. And then after that, I'm not really too fussed about getting any more. I might get some more of the Turtles of Grayskull figures. I've got pretty much all the main characters. I've got the four Turtles, Splinter, April, Casey. I've got the Snake Shredder, and the Bebop and Rocksteady figure. I have also got the Ninja Armor Skeletor, and I would like to get the He-Man one, the Ninja He-Man figure that comes with that line as well, and then I'm pretty much done with that. But aside from that, Turtles-wise, there isn't anything really specifically I'm after, and I'm tempted maybe to get some movie figures at some point if I find them at toy fairs. The NECA ones, I don't know yet. I'm still up in the air about Turtles in some ways. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I'm looking for in 2026 and going forward. But let me know in the comments section. Is there anything as a toy hunter you are looking for? Or anything maybe that you are not interested in any way, shape, or form collecting? Do let me know in the comments section. Please do hit like, hit subscribe, and have a very nice day. And thank you for taking the time to watch the video.